Okay, so as we discussed in our first lesson, we said the current version of HTML, the web standard version of HTML, is HTML5. We have CSS3, and then JavaScript. We don't do any version, but we have JavaScript. We have ES7 right now, ES6, ES7, but we are not going to talk about that. So as you can see here with the icon, you can see 5 here, you can see 3 here. That's indicating the current version. It's more like an icon. Okay, so with this, we want to tell our web browsers that this document is an HTML5 document. So what we do is we indicate it here. So you open a tag here, you put an exclamation mark and then doc type. Okay, HTML. You can type it or throughout. Yes, this tells the web browser that the file that has been opened is an HTML file. Now let's come to our head. You see, web browsers or the internet nowadays is more about responsibility, adaptability. If you open a website on your laptop and you open it on your mobile phone, these websites appear differently. Okay, you shouldn't see how the page layout is being exactly as how it should be in your mobile phone, on your mobile phone. So we are going to talk about responsive web design. Okay, that is, your website should be able to respond to different screen sizes. So if you open the website from a mobile phone, it should appear differently. If you open it from a tablet, it should appear differently. If you open it from a laptop, a desktop, or a big screen, it should appear differently. That is responsive web design. Okay, now before we get to that part, let's focus on our desktop right now. So we are going to look at basic elements that can go into the body. Okay, so we first have the P. So this P means a paragraph. Okay, a paragraph. Now we can just type my hello world over here. You save it. Okay, Control plus S, save it. I've set mine to auto save, so it saves after every change. You just refresh it over here and you see hello world here. Okay, so this is the P, the paragraph. Let's look at the line break. You have line break, and this is BR. Okay, this simply means break. This one you don't necessarily need to close it, but you can have a closing tag like this. It is not wrong, but it is only this BR. Okay, you don't type, you don't do this. You don't do this. Okay, this is unacceptable. You only have the BR. Okay, and now let me say I type something like P again, and I say you are welcome. Forget about the spelling. So you can see hello world, you are welcome over here, and you can see a white space over here. You see, when I select it line by line, like I select all, you can see only 3 lines, 1, 2, 3. So this one here is the line break. If you open our console right now, this, you can see, like when you move the mouse over it, you can see, so this is the entire body. Okay, you can see this. You click on this, that's the inspect. Click on this, this is what the P, as you can see here. P, you have color, black, font, 16 pixels times New Romance, margin, whatever. Okay, and you have, you see this is empty, you can't see anything here. But when you come here, you can see another P Okay. So this is a line break, or yes, a line in between the two. Okay. And let's look at one last thing before we jump to the next lesson. Non-breaking spaces. Now when I take off this line break, I can just comment it out. I will talk about this later. I can put let me copy this and then paste it here. Continuing it. When I refresh, we have hello world, you are welcome, hello world. Now it doesn't matter if they are on the same line or they are on a different line. This P element is a block element. This means that, let's come back here. This means that when I select this, or when I put it over it, it spans across the entire block. Okay, it moves. This is block. Okay, the entire line from one end to another. This makes it a block element. We have inline element. Okay, inline elements are elements that take only that small space it covers. So I can have something like this. A, and I'll say click me. Now I'll refresh this. I'll come here and you can see click me over here. Now let's inspect this. And you see this is not block. Okay, this is an inline because it doesn't cover the whole line. It's only selects on this. Okay, but this selects or highlights on the whole line. This highlights on the whole line. This highlights on the whole line. So this means it is a block element. It takes the whole space. And this A here is an inline element. So if I am to move, or if I am to add another A element over here, this this is what I'm going to get. Click me again. Okay, so they are following each other. So yes, they do this. Even if I put them one after the other like this, I space them like this, it is still going to show like this because it is an inline element. They follow in line. I hope you really understand this. We'll see you in the next lesson.